Now, you know, we've talked about this every so often. We stand sometimes in our culture because we want to be respectful. And we are certainly respectful of the gospel. But we are also standing because in ancient times, when somebody came in the room, you sat. You did not stand and intimidate them. But when an equal came in the room, you were able to stand. Jesus calls you his brothers and sisters. Jesus calls you members of his family. Jesus calls you equal with him. And so we stand as equals, invited as members of the family. Now this Gospel of Matthew today is, as you have known this, heard this called the Great Commission. This is Jesus sending people out there to do the stuff. But let's just be aware of what he's saying here. Because what we read in English is a little bit different than what we read in the original language of Greek. In Greek, the words go and make disciples are the words of force. The other words are supporting words. Baptizing, there's another one here, baptizing and teaching. But the words that Jesus is calling us to are go. It's an imperative, it's called, and make disciples. The other thing that's in here too that we also miss in English is he starts out by saying, I have authority. Well, that's kind of an English way of looking at it. What he's really saying is, I have been given a gift of authority. And from that gift, I'm going to send you out. So this is really not as much a command to go do something as it is a reflection of the gifts that God has given us through Jesus and that Jesus is sharing with us. So let's read the gospel. I'll read it for you here. Now the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain to which Jesus had directed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. And Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always, till the end of the age. This is the gospel of the Lord.